All right, family, this is Nathaniel Baker with part two of Is This Melon Right? Now, I told you that I was going to be able to give you a video and give you a review of this yellow meat watermelon. And I always say, and I still stand firm, that the yellow meat or orange meat watermelons are my favorite. I consider them the supreme being of the melon family. And if you get the right one, it's almost like you biting into heaven. I swear. But nonetheless, looking at this here, has plenty of seeds, so we know this is not one of these Frankenstein melons without any seeds. The color is that kind of let me know that this may not be as sweet as I want to, and that may be his concerns. Now, when I looked at it again, I told you in the previous video, I told you some of the telltale signs of a ripe watermelon. You look at the tail, and if it start rotting at the vine at the tail, that's a telltale sign, no pun intended, that this melon may be sweet. Also, if there is a big yellow spot on the belly or anywhere on the melon, that you may have a sweet melon. Also, you look at the width of the webbing. If that width of the webbing is at least 2 fingers long, the width of your 2 fingers, then you might have a pretty sweet melon on your hand. So, without further ado, we're going to see if this is the supreme melon. So the first thing, I didn't put any salt on it because I normally like to have a twang of salt on my melon. So let's see. Not quite as juicy. So that was another sign. It wasn't a lot of water until I started cutting into it. So wasn't a lot of water when I cut the melon. So that was another sign that said, hey, this may not be sweet. I still say the yellow meat melon I bought on Ben Hill back about 3 years ago. 2 young men were selling these melons on the side of the road. According to their testimony, they bought these melons from Savannah, Georgia. Well, you know, further south you go in Georgia and North Florida, they have a longer growing season than we on this Piedmont area. But here it goes. To the third bite. All right, family. I'm going to keep it real with you. Normally, I rate these yellow meats if they fit the criteria, the sweetness, the look, the smell, the texture. That's a 5 out of 5 all day. The lowest I ever gave a yellow meat melon was a 3 out of 5, which is still a passing grade. It's still a good melon you can serve at a party, an event if you just tired of the mundane, the red melons. This melon right here, other than harvesting the seeds, because the seeds look really good, I have to give this a 2.5 out of 5. Yes, this is a failing grade on this watermelon here. Matter of fact, I probably should have put a dash of salt on it because I traditionally have a little twang of salt. Don't overdo it, get heavy-handed with the salt, but I put a twang of salt. For a $12 melon, it missed the mark. This probably was worth a $4 or $5 melon because any good farmer and good fruit stand should know whether their melons are ripe. Or well, if you picking your own melons, it's also on you as the consumer as well to kind of determine if this melon is a good melon here. So I'm gonna get you a good look at it. And because I paid $12 for the melon and I bought two, I'm still gonna eat it. It's still gonna serve as some form of some vitamins that watermelon have, and it's also a good laxative and diuretic to get us some water in your system. But I hear to say this is not, it's probably one of the worst I've had. It's not bad, but this is not, I would not serve this to my friends and company unless I absolutely have to, or if I don't have anything else at the house as far as fruit. So this is something I probably could mix with some pineapple, some honeydew melon, or something like that. But by itself, it is not the main course. It is the side piece. Not the side piece, but the side piece. Well, Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. So I will be taking my family's advice. They told me to go up to Forest Park. Won't be so lazy this time, but the weekend I will do a review of that watermelon and different fruits, and I will show you how it looks. Does it meet the criteria? It is sweet. So be on the lookout for that pretty soon, and I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you soon.